Some 30 years ago, this peaceful hamlet on the windswept Minnesota prairies was shaken by a crime so heinous that today most locals refuse to speak of it.
Okay, don't want to talk about it.
It is a crime that destroyed a young girl's life.
I moved away from Ellsworth. The memories were just too painful.
Pitted family members against family members.
Keith was the athletic one of the bunch. Kent, well, he was a twin to Keith, but he had a better voice at that time than Keith did, I thought, you know.
And left this community wondering what sort of evil lurked among them that would cause one of their own to lash out in such a shocking manner.
Oh no, is he back?
Tonight, we examine the story we call Who Threw the Plum at Marcia Peters.
We began our investigation early one morning in January. Early one cold morning in January. Our first drive down Main Street revealed everything you'd expect from a village of 600. Tidy homes and tidy farm equipment. Grain elevators and pickups. We did notice some odd things, but nothing prepared us for what happened when we arrived at the Ellsworth High School.
I wouldn't be around town after dark if I was you and your fancy big city camera.
We decided not to drink the local water. And we decided we needed a friend.
Keith Hawking. Oh, you mean the other twin?
Beggars not being able to be choosers, we set out on a tour of Ellsworth High School.
The smell hasn't changed since 1969, I'm sure.
During football, there wasn't a big rack, sitting right in the middle of the room. And your football equipment got hung up there and was left out and open.
This is where the band and the choir?
Yep.
They both rehearsed here?
Yep.
You remember he played what with the Shifters?
Exactly.
But that's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's start at the beginning.
Well, I don't know. I guess I remember them as a family here. That's about it. And I remember the twins and Gary and Kevin.
I worked with Kenny, I hired Kenny when I was in the elevator. He'd done a lot of trucking for us. I can't really tell you much other than the fact that I and my dad built that truck box, and that truck was new at that time. And I suppose I was probably in there putting it away in the garage, I would guess. That's one of my duties at my age. And one night, we loaded him with corn. He forgot to close the bottoms, and we had corn all over the elevator.
Old truckers never died.
That's right. You just get a new Peterbilt, you know.
We caught up with Kenny Hawking at his home in the suburbs of Ellsworth.
Keith was born first and Kent second. He kept hollering, Dr. Bovenkamp, Dr. Bovenkamp, Dr. Bovenkamp. There's another one. No, he said, you're just kidding me, you know. And of course, she had always kept telling him that there was going to be two, you know, but he wouldn't believe her.
The little boy, Keith, grew up, and he was fabulous.
Keith Hawking, a junior in the Ellsworth High School, won the area original Soil and Waste Conservation Oratorical Contest at Marshall on Thursday, December 7th.
There's a picture of all of us right after we went home.
This is the house where Keith grew up. It's changed, but it still seems to call out for Keith. This is the street where Keith grew up. Those were Kenny's trucks when Keith was here.
He was such a nice guy. He sang in the choir. He was a whiz on the track team. He was always in church.
Ellsworth High School Library.
No, that's the one. He was in basketball uniform I saw right there.
There's Keith.
And Alan.
There's Keith. Oh, yeah, 69 track. The 1969 track season was a highly successful season. A relay team made up of Gerald DeLeo, Dale Meyer, Alan DeLeo, and Keith Hocking rewrote the school records in the 440 and 880 relays. Let's keep going. All conference choices this year were Dale M., Alan DeLeo, Keith Hocking.
Donnie Clostebor is separating them. Donnie Clostebor is a lawyer over in Laverne.
Sports, faculty. Who would have been that principal?
Mr. Reimer.
Mr. Reimer. Our boy was a class officer. Both of them were. Keith Hocking was awarded the John Philip Sousa Award for his outstanding contribution to the music department. Homecoming festivities, royalty, King Alan DeLeo. Also ran Keith Hocking.